Hey guys, welcome to our first ever cooking show. Sorry this isn't in the van. It's dark and there's not enough light in there. But this was my first time trying out my new Jetboil. It's so pretty cool. This is a Jetboil flash, so I'm going to, I already started what I'm going to make because I had to figure out how this thing exactly worked, you know. It's pretty cool. I have to admit though, the first time I used it, it smelled a little bit chemical-like. I'm not sure. Hopefully that smell will go away after a little while and after cooking on it more often. It was a little concerning, you know, but hopefully it'll go away. It might just be because maybe the anti-stick material inside or something. I'm not sure. But anyways, the Jetboil flash, I think this was maybe about $100 at REI. You can find it online too. So today we're going to be making rice. I already made the rice in a way. I just buy this simple bagged rice. It's just like rice and it comes in this bag. And usually you can throw it into the microwave for usually if I made this in a client's house or at a house, you can pop this bag of rice into a pot with water or into a measuring cup with water and just cook it for like 5 minutes or something. This has already kind of been sitting because I used it to try out the Jetboil. So what I did first is I assembled the Jetboil, played around with that, figured that out, and I boiled water. And then I put the water into this 4-cup measuring cup and just let the water soak and cook that rice. You know, this is kind of like instant rice pretty much. They have white rice and they have like the brown rice, and I've been using this kind for a while. I don't know what brand. It just comes in a box of like 4 of these packets, and it cooks so fast, and it's like a good serving amount. So we're gonna have the rice. And we are going to have, this is one of my I hate soup actually, but this is one of my more favorite soups, or soups I'll actually eat. This one's light in sodium. It's by Amy's. It's organic soups. It's lentil vegetable. So I usually take this stuff and pour it over rice, or I love it over potatoes too. It's really good. I don't have any potatoes today, unfortunately. And I have some leftover corn from one of my clients' houses, because I'm pet sitting again. Woohoo! Again! Anyways, so the Jetboil comes, no, it doesn't come with these utensils, but you can buy them separate. They're pretty cool. I have the spoon one over there. It can hold into the sleeve on the Jetboil, and you actually slide them out. And they're supposed to be heat resistant, so they just slide out. And they're pretty lightweight. They're supposed to be heat resistant. When I cooked with the spoon, it got a little bendy in this area from the heat, but it seemed to have done fine, you know. And I think it's a set of like the spoon, the fork, and the spatula. And I think it was maybe $10 again at REI. And you could find it on Amazon as well. I just was at REI and thought, you know, if I don't like it, I could return it, you know. So these fit really like perfectly inside the little Jetboil because the handle's long enough. And you can eat out of the Jetboil. So the Jetboil flash is really awesome for backpack camping, vanning, whatever. It's pretty easy to clean too. So it comes with this cup. So this cup protects this bottom. There's sorry, the lighting isn't the best in here. But it's got this special little, anyways, this comes off, right? And you can use it as a measuring cup. I'm not sure how heat resistant this is, but I would just play it safe. It's kind of like a rubbery plastic. But it holds, I think, like 2 cups. So you can use it as a measuring cup to pour into there. Comes with the lid. And there's a spout. So and there's like an air hole. So if you're going to pour something out of this Jetboil, make sure you have this spout on the right way, depending where your handle is. So it's pretty cool. It comes with this neoprene sleeve. And as you cook, this lights up to like a bright yellowy orange, which is pretty cool, you know, in case you can't really see inside how it's cooking, because the lid's kind of like a smoky color, which is okay. So we take the lid off. We have the little burner contraption thingy. And we're going to flip this open for right now, so I don't forget. It comes with this, which is a pan holder, which I will show you how it works with a pan, like a normal pan, in another video. So we're going to put this aside. Then we have our fuel system. So this one is supposed to be able to be, it is isobutane propane fuel mix, so it's good for 4 seasons. So that's kind of what I liked about it, because my butane stove I had in the van before, I would have troubles when it was really cold and it wouldn't light up, and it was just frustrating, and it was so big and bulky. So that's why I'm like, I want to go a different route, and I can take this backpack camping, you know. So yeah, this one is only 3.53 ounces, 100 grams. I think maybe this was $5 perhaps, or a little less or a little more at REI, but they're supposed to last a really long time. And then we have this little stand thing, so that's everything. There is a line inside that says 2 cups, and that's the most you should be able to fill it up in there, because it boils and everything. Which is interesting, because I poured this whole can, which is 14.5 ounces, and that whole can just went up to that line. So it was just like perfect. So you disassemble this. There you go. And this holds this jet power, the butane propane fuel mix or whatever. And this just like snaps on. And I guess there's 2 notches, so even if you get the bigger size canisters, I got this size because it fit in there perfectly, and I don't cook like a ton. So I thought, hey, let's see how long this one size lasts, which I hear lasts a pretty long time. So you got that, right? And then you're gonna twist this onto here, and you gotta kind of do it quickly, because it will kind of leak out a little bit, I noticed. Maybe I wasn't doing it right, but there's this tab here, right? So you want to make sure, pull that tab down, twist this on here, not good. I'm not sure why, if it was like I wasn't doing it quick enough or something. I don't know. I don't really like that. But if you heard it like kind of thing, I don't know if that's normal. And it doesn't smell too bad. It just smells like rubbing alcohol a little bit. It's kind of weird. So we're going to light it. So on this model, on the Flash, it has an automatic igniter button thing here. And then it's got this other dial. There's actually like a plus that way, or a lower flame. And so you can adjust the flame if you need to simmer it high, whatever. And it actually comes with its own ignition, I guess. It ignites on its own. So that's nice, you know. And I've heard sometimes, I don't know if you can see, but there's this little, come on. I don't know. But there's this little white thing and this little other thing that points down. Make sure that points down. There's like a little wire. Make sure it points down into the middle, because then it'll ignite better. Sometimes they could get bent and stuff. So we're going to turn this thing on. This is my scary part every time. There. Just like in chemistry class, right? So then I'm going to pour it in, that can of food. And we're going to put it on top. And this like twists into here, actually. And I'm going to turn it down. Oh, actually, it's okay right there. So it's already like, it makes like this loud jet sounds, like, if you can hear it. And then this little thing, you turn it that way for more heat, towards me for less heat. And then we'll have this light up. Hopefully the camera will pick it up. I'm gonna turn on more light so you guys can see a little better. Instead I turned on the garbage disposal. So I'm gonna turn this up a little. And I'm gonna stir this a little. I'm gonna get on this other side here. And this will cook, it may not light up because I already cooked it, you know, just to try this out. And these spoons, see, it goes all the way to, that's all the way to the bottom, so it's cool, there's room. You can touch this, it's not too hot. It depends on the surface that you're cooking on also. You may or may not want to use this. Earlier, it felt sturdier to not use it, but I'm on a really flat surface. So this is great, this little stand, if you're, see, I'm gonna stop it here, but this will light up all the way. I'm gonna stop it because I don't like it too hot and I already cooked it once to try this out. But if you're like on a really rocky terrain or uneven terrain, it's really great to have this little orange stand to hold this. But it didn't make a difference, you know. But if you're like on something flat or counter or something, you don't really need it. So I kind of preferred it without. I felt like it was a little sturdier without. Okay, so we cooked our soup, right? I mean, that was kind of, it was already a little bit cooked a little, but not too bad. But to me, I don't like my food really hot. So then we're gonna twist. This black part doesn't get too hot, but this right underneath it does. So, or right above it. So this kind of twists off of it. Or you can hold this in. Which is kind of nice that it will hold this canister on top of your flame. So we're gonna put that aside so it can kind of, I'm not sure how hot. It's not too bad. It gets really warm. So you might want to have, if you're gonna put that down, you might want to put it, down on a pot holder or a hot plate or something like that. So, oh, I forgot I put my corn. It's okay. I'll put it now, and it'll probably be like the right temperature for me. So, because I like corn, and probably by the time these people come back from their trip, this corn will probably get old, so I might as well eat it. Plus, I'm really fortunate. A lot of my houses I pet sit at, they're like, help yourself to whatever. Because it's true, people buy so much food and they always seem to waste it or it gets old before, you know, it's just crazy that way. Like, there's so much waste of food. I try not to. It's really rare. Okay, so that's, I'll probably eat the rest of that later. Okay, so let me drain out the water for this. Sorry to keep y'all waiting. I just don't know how to edit videos yet. I don't have a laptop to do that. And then this, you just cut the top off. I squeezed out any excess water, drained out any excess water, because there's a whole bunch of teeny tiny little holes all over this stuff. That's where the water can actually seep in and cook this. And dump it in. You can use a bowl, or you could probably pour it back into this canister thing. I just decided I just couldn't find any real bowls, I felt like. And in case I wanted to microwave this later, if I had any extra, then I could have just microwaved it in this later if I want, because the house I'm at has a microwave. So, yep. So then we're going to pour this to this. That was a lot. And that's just me pouring it. And it's got a pretty good non-stick, get out of the way, spoon. It's got a pretty decent non-stick. I'm sorry, the lighting's not the best, but it's pretty decent not for non-stick. You know what I mean? It's stuck a little on the bottom. You can't really see. But if I threw some hot water in it right now, it'll probably rinse out pretty quick. But that was just dumping that in there. I do have the two extra pans, like a frying pan and a deeper pan that's deeper, wider. But today's demonstration, I was just going to use just the traditional Jetboil. I'm going to add some hot water to this and let it soak for a minute, just because it'll be easier to clean later. Actually, I'll just rinse it out and you guys can probably see the difference. If you just stir in a little hot water right afterwards. Don't know. There you go. I don't know if you can really see too well. Still, oh, there you go. Yeah, see, you can see a little. It's not really stuck. It's just kind of like, it's not really baked on there either. But I'm just gonna let that sit there and soak. And this neoprene sleeve thing comes off, and it was pretty handy because you kind of could handle it by that. You could also eat out of it too, because like those utensils, they reach all the way down to the bottom and they're shaped a certain way to get into the corners of that as well. So it's pretty cool. So let me move this out of the way. So now we got our food. This does get, the spoon does get a little bendy, I guess, with heat, but hey, I mean, it's camping. I also have a metal set. I just didn't want to use the metal with the, I didn't want to scrape off the inside of the pan. So then we just mix this, and that's it pretty much. And so this will be dinner and maybe lunch tomorrow if I don't finish this all. I don't know, we'll see how hungry I am today. This is pretty much my lunch and my dinner. I usually eat 2 meals a day, so I'll eat like a big breakfast and lunch, like brunch, and then a big lunch dinner thing, usually, or I have a smaller breakfast and then great big something for lunch, and then maybe a light dinner. It just changes every day. It depends on my schedule, depends what I'm feeling, what's around to eat. So, yeah, thanks for joining us for our first ever cooking show. Sorry we're not doing it in the van, but at least you could see it better probably here. But thanks for watching. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Talk to you guys later. Bye.